U.S.-India relationship traditionally as having three legs. The first one being defense and strategic, the second one being economic and investment, and the third one being democracy and values. I think it's fair to say that both the economic leg and the values leg have been weakened over the last few years. But that strategic defense part of the relationship, in fact, has been strengthened. Military sales is just one part of it. India has gone from having essentially a zero, military equipment from the U.S. to purchasing many billions of dollars worth of U.S. equipment. But they've also done other things. So, for example, India has signed 2 of the 3 so-called foundational agreements, which allows the Indian military and the U.S. military to cooperate much more closely. India has moved up the so-called Quad, which involves the US, Japan, Australia, and India. It has moved up cooperation at the Quad up to the foreign minister level. It has made statements about the South China Sea and freedom of navigation that are very, very close to what the US is saying. And above all, it has embraced this whole idea, what Victor talked about, this idea of the Indo-Pacific as a construct, which is very much, without mentioning China, is a construct that places the Chinese threat right at the center. And what we've seen in Washington over the last 3 years is it's not as though people were not concerned about China earlier. But now in Washington, we have a clarity and we have a consensus on China. And that clarity and that consensus on China is what is driving, from the US perspective, the importance of India.